2024 Summer Shredding Champion for all the men's divisions goes to competitor number.
Well, here we go. Carbing up. How am I feeling? Nothing I can do now is going to change what's going to happen out there. Video's done. Presentation's done. Social media's done. Which there was a lot of social media that was done for this. I think right now I'm trying to numb myself a little bit. I'm trying not to feel anything. I'm trying not to let myself think about it too much, because then I'm just going to get in my head about it. The work is done. And see, I thought about it. Fuck. All right, well, I just had 4 rice cakes, 20 grams of honey, 20 grams of almond butter. Pretty much drinking no water today. Coach should be here in about 5 minutes. Posing routine for this is pretty good. I draw a lot of attention to the legs, and so it's very convenient that we don't have to wear shorts. Very convenient. But with that, see you guys on stage. So we start by getting glazed, which essentially means oiling up to look all shiny on stage. And then we went to the pump-up section. You could tell that at first, most of the people there were pretty serious since the stakes were much higher than the other competitions. But then we all seemed to remember something. This isn't like any other bodybuilding show. This is summer shredding. And we aren't bodybuilders. We're just a group of people who beat the system together. So very quickly, we started conversations and realized that even if we almost didn't want to like each other, since we knew obviously we were competing against each other, we were all the same person with the same story coming from the same battles. And we all just clicked right there and started helping each other instead. And that was just one of the most magical moments of being at Summer Shredding. But now it was time for them to play my video and to get on stage for the transformation posing routine. Probably shouldn't even be talking to you right now. After tearing my colon, spending 7 months in the hospital and undergoing 11 colorectal surgeries, 4 of which being emergencies in 1 year, going stage 2 septic, and my Crohn's coming way too close to taking my life. I'm nothing if not lucky to be able to share with you my story today. Using my disease as a crutch, everything spiraled out of control until I reached my f*** moment when I turned around in bed at 372 pounds and was completely out of breath. This clip was shot the next day. No matter what happens, but I'm gonna follow through on this. I'm gonna pick and attend next year a bodybuilding show.
No!
I'm gonna give it everything I got. But I need to listen to my body, and I need to shed this entire other person I have sitting on me all the time. Like, the reason why I even thought about doing this in the first place is because of my last blood tests. They were rough. Like, it looks like a kid with a red crayon went and have fun on the paper. Because like every single one of my things was in the red, everything. My name is Simon Lafontaine, I'm 31 years old from Calgary, Alberta, and this is a story about how I lost over 150 pounds in 1 year. Step 1, change everything about the way that I eat. Step 2, get my ass on the treadmill. Step 3, post my weight on Instagram every single day to stay accountable. And step 4, well, find a bodybuilding show. The algorithmic gods of Instagram started sharing with me the content of Emma Gets Fit, Dylan Neal, and Jeffrey Jensen. And by some miracle, Summer Shredding was going to hold a transformation class exactly 1 year after I found out about their content. And that sparked the idea of how far can I push the human body in 1 year. From what started off as a simple weight loss journey turned idols into peers. And although the road wasn't without bumps, I managed to stay 100% consistent since I started. I haven't missed a single cardio, meal, or workout, except for the time I almost entered liver failure from losing weight too fast. So now I stand before you a completely different person. Someone that looks forward to waking up every morning with a new lease on life and my Crohn's disease in remission. Summer Shredding saved my life. Everything was so amazing in that moment, and I hit every pose like it was going to be my last. Putting everything I had into every moment. There's so many hours of practice going into this. And as fast as it came, it was all over. I walked off stage and just collapsed over a pile of boxes where I broke down having flashbacks of all the violent changes that it needed to happen in order to experience this very moment. But luckily I didn't have too much time to bask into this because I was already being called for men's heavyweight bodybuilding right afterwards. So I got into my blue posing trunks, and it's when we got to the pump-up area again that I noticed that something was wrong. I pulled my trap being the most muscular. Yeah? Yeah. I swear I almost felt it snap. I was like, ooh, that's not good.
Well, you did what you had to do.
I mean, hey. So this was the lineup for the heavyweight bodybuilders, and honestly, this was the most fun part of the day. See, my entire goal for this journey was to step on stage with the bodybuilders and feel like I belonged on stage with them. So they ran us through the poses, and we started with double front bicep, and then front lat spread, abs and thighs, back double bicep, back lat spread, side chest. I actually think I won this pose, which is kind of wild to me. Side tricep, which I also think I won. When they called for the most muscular, well, you know, I definitely won that one with my Blastoise cannons on the back of my neck. And after making us wait in front relax for what seemed like almost an hour, even though it was only a minute, I got switched. They did their final judging, and then we walked off stage. Now, next time backstage, there was no more stress. Everybody was just cracking jokes and having fun. The atmosphere was very different. And it was just amazing seeing everybody actually getting to have fun together, knowing how much work we had all put in to get where we had gotten. All right, so they just announced the under 100 pound loss winner. And now they're gonna do the over 100s, which is us. So this is the moment that tells us if I then have a chance to fight for the overall. Let's see what happens.
Sixth place medal, 16, Corey Lee Thomas. Place medals going to 12, Byron Galvez. Fourth place medal is going to Emilio Arzola. Third place is going to competitor number 11, Angelo Tortillo Feliciano. Second place is going to competitor number 13, Josh Colt. And your first place for the 2024 Summer Shredding Championship goes to number 15, Simon Lafontaine. All right, guys, let's squeeze it in. Strike that favorite front pose. Strike that favorite front pose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. They exit stage. Simon, stay right there for just a second, my man. For your winner, strike that front pose. Hold it tight, baby. Hold it.
And then came the battle for the overall. A post-down battle between myself and the under 100 class winner, an absolute beautiful soul of a person called Albert Rendon. As we walk on stage, we decide to call our own poses and go post our pose on stage.
Here we go.
And then this happened.
So our overall winner for the men's transformation division is Summer Shredding. Number 15, Simon Lafontaine.
Make some noise, Houston! Houston, make some noise!
All right, guys, one thing we want to start doing as of right now, we're going to have our overall champion speak. Just a little bit, if you want to say anything, Simon.
When I first made that decision to join a show, I didn't expect to end up looking like I belong with those super heavy bodybuilders right. So to everybody that's been supporting on Instagram, YouTube, wherever it's been, thank you. And I'm gonna give it a hell of a shot to get that ring from you. Thank you, Summer Shredding, you saved my life. And you will never understand how much you actually did for not just me, but every single other transformation athlete that's here today. Thank you.
Oh my god. Bro, you look peeled.
Both of us started crying on the stage. I was like, oh gosh, damn it. I was trying so hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion!
Yes, sir! Let's get it! Yes, sir!
After winning this, I knew there was going to be a very short turnaround time when I was going to have to go back on stage for the champion selection to try to get the ring. But I went to go see Taylor, which was the first time of the day that I truly broke down, since I knew she had been a part of it all since essentially the beginning. From the late night cardios to working until 2 in the morning, pushing out content and watching me struggling to eat from time to time, she had been there and she had seen it all. And my family, of course, as proud as ever, we got to share another amazing moment. And after this, it was time to go back on stage and do my bodybuilding posing routine. So I just forgot my bodybuilding routine halfway through. I think my emotions were just a little too high from transformation. I mean, I freestyled it, I made it work, it's fine. To me, the most important part of today was supposed to be that routine. And the fact that I forgot it is crazy to me. I was up at 4 a.m. every day for the last 3 months trying to remembering this routine. And for whatever reason, I just got there and I blanked so hard. I'm trying to think about it, what it is right now, and I can't remember. All I know is that right now, we compete for the title of the Summer Shredding Champion, which is the ring. And that's why we're here. Game day! And just like that, it was time to go back on stage as they played my video submission for the overall selection to have a chance to be crowned the male summer shredding champion. My name is Simon Fontaine from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I have Crohn's disease. And on August 6, 2023, I was morbidly obese. Living with Crohn's disease creates a life of constant uncertainty, like having 11 surgeries over a 7-month hospital stay, all linked to my obesity and lifestyle. And it wasn't until I made the insane commitment to myself and the now 100,000 people who follow me online that I'm gonna pick and attend next year a bodybuilding show. And for the first time in my life, I had found a sense of certainty. That no matter how hard it was going to be, or no matter how much my Crohn's or the old Simon would try to stop me, I knew with certainty that I was going to be standing on this stage with you today. But winning the title of Summer Shredding Champion isn't just for me. I've already gotten my health. I've already won. It's for the people like the old Simon who watched Jeffrey win that title, to show them that it's possible and that it can actually be done. Winning the title is for all the people who never found a voice in the fitness industry. As an obese person, so many people want to tell you how to lose the weight, but none of them really know what it's like to lose the weight, because they've never spent the day in the life of someone who weighs over 370 pounds. They've never struggled to get out of bed in the morning, or being out of breath after walking up a small flight of stairs, or been so embarrassed to having to ask for a seatbelt extender on a plane. I am their voice. And this would have never been the case if it wasn't for Summer Shredding. Because of this competition, I've been able to help others lose over 4,000 pounds, including one of the crazier stories being Josh, who's lost around 130 pounds in just under 6 months. My Summer Shredding journey put my Crohn's into remission, and it's given me a whole new lease on life. And with this competition coming to a close, it's given me a whole new mission, which is to continue to share my story and inspire others with the goal of helping people all over the world lose a total of 1 million pounds. Now, after going through what some would call
into the craziest one-year transformation on the internet. Summer Shredding hasn't only just given me my life back, it's given me an entire livelihood. So regardless of the outcome, thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage overall transformation number 15, Simon. Look on time.
Walking on stage felt different this time. And as you can see by my facial reaction here, I almost started crying right there on stage, knowing how hard I had fought all year to end up right here, and that it was actually happening. And after hitting a few poses, they invited all of the other overalls on stage, and I got to pose down with the best of the best on that day, which is a surreal experience to say the least. My 900 plus cardio streak, every grain of rice, every chicken that had sacrificed its life for this moment, it all came down to this. And then they put us in the line, and it was time for them to announce who was going to be the 2024 Summer Shredding Champion.
Without further ado, the overall 2024 2024 Summer Shredding Champion for all the men's divisions goes to competitor number 15, Summer of all time!
This journey became so much bigger than me, so quickly. And none of this would have happened between me if it wasn't for the people that are sitting at this table right now. You have changed the lives of so many more people that I don't think you will ever realize. And that's not something small or something you should ever downplay. Your brands are actively saving lives. That's right. And in a world where capitalism seems to be making us try to eat these shitty foods all day, we are the group of people that are fighting McDonald's back. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So when it comes to transformation class, the fact that I won doesn't mean that my transformation was the only one worth showcasing. Every single person that stepped on stage that day has already won. They won their health, they won their relationships back, and they earned a better life doing so. And that's why I think it's important to remember the real winners aren't the ones who walk away with the trophies or the medals, but they're the ones who chose themselves enough times in a row to build a better life for themselves. And whether I would have won Summer Shredding or not, I had already won. And that's why I get so emotional every time I try to say the words that Summer Shredding saved my life. And I can't wait to be their ambassador and pay it forward to as many people as I possibly can. Because in the end, people keep asking me what's next. And that's what it is right there. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now let's try to change the world together.